Animal that I regret getting because she kicked her stall door open out of aggression. Yes, I do plan on moving. Welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new, welcome. So it's been a while since I've done a Q&A or kind of caught up with you guys. Obviously, since I've had the baby about 9 months ago, I haven't posted as frequently as I have all of the years that I have actually been on YouTube and have had my channel. So regularly I try to do these Q&As to kind of just catch up with you guys, and I feel like it's time because it's been a while. We haven't chatted in a bit, and I know you guys have a lot of questions because I did a Q&A request on Instagram and you guys have a ton of questions. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get right into it and get into question number 1. So just a couple really high level questions because I see them on here, and if you're new here or if you haven't seen one of these in a while and you kind of forgot some of these things, I'm just gonna answer some basic questions that I see in here. One person asks, how old are you? So I'm actually 27. I will be 28 this year in September. And I was just thinking about this, that when I started my channel, I think I was like 22, maybe? So I've actually been on YouTube now for about 5 years, but 22 to like 28, I feel like is very, very different stages of life. At least for me, it's been. So I am 27, almost 28. Another one is, how long have you been married? So I have been married since 2020. So we've been married for almost 4.5 years. We got married in March of 2020. The next question is, when will you start recording and posting like regular, like you used to? So if you guys have been here for a while, you guys know that I used to post at least 3 days a week, and then I actually went to 2 days a week. And then now I try to even just post like once or twice a month. I'm trying to get better at it. Moving on to a couple more rapid fire ones. Who is your eldest horse and who is your youngest horse? My oldest horse is Louie, and my youngest horse, I can't remember if it's June or if it's Cash. They're like a couple months apart, but I don't remember which one's older or which one's younger. I wanna say that Cash is the youngest though. Okay, so those are some of the quick ones that I just saw to kind of catch us up here, but now let's get into a couple other questions that I keep seeing on here. A lot of questions about motherhood and things that have changed. So we'll answer one that says, how has motherhood been? Motherhood has been really good. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, the very beginning of his life, he's only 8.5 months, but the very beginning of his life was a little bit harder of an adjustment. Now that we are like 9 months in, it's so much easier just being able to do our life with him. So it's actually been really good, fun, always something to do. There always was something to do, but there's now always something to do. But it's a great experience. He's great. I love children anyways, so I think that makes it a lot easier, but he's a really good baby and motherhood is really fun. Next question, will you breed dinky? I've been talking about this for years because I absolutely would love to breed dinky, and I still think sometime in this life here, I will breed dinky. It's just so hard to find a stud male donkey without purchasing one, and I don't want to purchase one because I really don't have room to purchase a male donkey and then have a baby. I'm looking to just like be able to rent someone's male donkey to breed with dinky, but it's kind of hard to do. So I'm not sure when or how or where, but eventually I would love to breed dinky. So I don't know, hopefully fingers crossed it works out sometime, somehow. Next question, do you plan on moving? So eventually, yes, I do plan on moving. This is definitely not my forever home. When I first moved into this home, I said I wanted to live here for 5 years, and we are almost at the 5-year mark, but I can't see moving just yet. Also in my area, there's really not a lot of spaces available with a lot of land. Like there's not a lot of stuff for sale, and stuff that is for sale is outrageously priced. So I'm really not sure our next move. I would like more acreage. So to make the jump to leave this place, I would need to find more acreage. And again, that's really hard and it's super overpriced right now. So I'm not sure, but my plan would be to purchase a piece of land and then build a house on it while we still live here, and then sell this house and then move to that new property. But I don't know when that's gonna happen or where that's gonna happen, but that is the goal, would be the next goal, hopefully within the next couple years, but definitely not like right away. But yes, I do plan on moving sometime in the sort of near-ish future, but it could be a couple years from now. Next question, how do we decide what horses are turned in and what horses are turned out? So Trigger, who's behind me, and June, who's a couple stalls down, they go out at night, and this is purely because of Trigger. So Trigger has really bad allergies, he gets sweet itch, all of the things during summer, and then if we put him on medicine, he will stop sweating. So basically he needs to be under fans during the day so that he doesn't get sweet itch, because we can keep all the bugs off of him with the constant fans going, and also keeps him out of the direct sun exposure. If we do end up having to put him on medicine for the allergies, we need him inside the stall, because if he doesn't sweat much, at least the fans are on him, he has access to the water and all of the things. So when we decided that we would be turning him out at night, he needed a pasture buddy, and that was June. And the reason that we chose June is because we couldn't put June out with Cash, because Cash and June didn't get along, which actually leads me to my next question, which says, do Cash and June get along? So for the last 2 years we've had June and Cash have not gotten along. I don't know why. It's probably because they're about the same age, but they have never really gotten along before. They have been in the pastures a couple times together, but like she usually will just beat up Cash. But ironically, just recently, she kicked the back of her Dutch door so that the latch opened, because Cash was by her door. Cash was in the pasture, had his head in her stall. So she kicked her door because obviously she doesn't like him, and then it broke the latch. So then she was able to get out into the pasture with him. And like why I say ironically is they ended up getting along really well in the pasture, even though the only reason she was out in the pasture is because she kicked her stall door open out of aggression to be mean to Cash. So to answer the question, I'm not really sure if they get along or not get along, but it seems to me that they in general don't get along, but sometimes when she's feeling nice, she will put up with him. So very weird. Next question, which I'm seeing a lot of, adjusting to the farm and balancing the baby life and the farm life. So this one directly says, has it been hard finding balance between farm life and the baby? So no, actually. It's not been terribly too hard. The only thing that we have to do is we go inside for breaks more often if we're outside working on things. Luckily, the baby loves being outside, so it's no problem. I carry him in my carrier. He's in the stroller. He's doing lots of things with us, and we're just holding him, and he loves being outside. He's loved being outside since he was little, but obviously, since it's so hot out, I live in Florida, we take more breaks now than we ever have, because I need to bring the baby back in to cool him down. Also, when the baby is napping, we come back out and we do things like that. So in general, like farm life and baby life has not really changed at all, really. That seems to be fine. Obviously, in the very early days, it was a lot harder for me, but Mike was able to do everything out here. But now, like, I can do anything out here again, just like before. So not a big deal. What I will say though, that's hard balancing is farm life, baby, and YouTube, because it does take time to film content and it's not always easy. Like I have to choose which one I'm doing, if I am gonna be out here filming content and doing stuff with the horses, or if I'm just taking care of things. And obviously taking care of things comes priority. Plus I don't show my baby on the internet, which is another question. If I'm ever gonna show him on the internet, the answer is likely no, as far as he is like young like this. Since I don't show him on the internet, obviously he's always with me. So it does make it more challenging to film content, which is fine. I typically just wait until he's napping, or if Mike's, you know, with me during the filming, he obviously will take care of him. But a lot of the times I need Mike helping me filming a lot of my content. So we will typically have to wait till he's napping or something like that. Not a big deal, but that is a direct reason why you guys aren't seeing as much content out from me right now, because the baby isn't walking, so I can't just put him down. He likes to be held, and I want him out here with us. So when he's walking, which should be very soon, I think that I should have more capacity with filming. So the stuff that you're seeing right now is mostly being just filmed by me, but my content is a lot better when Mike is able to help me film, so it'll be more fun anyways. So that answers that. That was very long-winded. What's the biggest challenge you've come across while owning horses? So the all-time biggest challenge is going on vacation. If there was a challenge, it would be that, because you can't just up and leave. Horses are obviously a lot of work, and to find like a sitter, you can't just get like a dog sitter, cat sitter, house sitter. You have to have someone that has experience with horses, especially 5 horses, because that can be a lot, especially if they don't know their way around horses. It can actually become dangerous. So the biggest challenge with having horses is likely vacationing, but if you don't like to vacation and you don't care about that, then it's no problem. Mike isn't super big on vacationing, so it actually works out. If I go out of town, he likes to stay home anyways. So it has worked out all of these years. It's really not a big deal, but the times that we do want to go on vacation together, it has been a little bit harder than maybe a normal person that has just cats and dogs. Next question, what's the next animal that you will get? So I do not think we will get an animal for a good while. I don't know what animal it would be. If anything, it'd probably be a chicken because, you know, I'm still growing my flock, but I don't see us getting any animals. I'm not sure what type of animal I would get. I would love to have a baby donkey, but I wouldn't be really getting that. We'd be birthing that here. So I'm not really sure what the next animal would be, or if there will be, I don't know. Right now, I'm not in the market for any animals though. Next question, do you want more kids? Yes, I definitely do want more kids. I love being a mom. I love my baby and he's a lot of fun, and I think having more kids would be a lot of fun, especially growing up in this life, I think would be really fun for them. So the answer is yes. Next question is, how many pigs do you have? I have lost count. Sometimes I have lost count as well, but we actually have 8 pigs, 7 pigs outside, and then Penelope, which is my inside pig, which, little secret, she might not be inside for much longer. So if you guys want to hear more about that, make sure that you're subscribed with post notifications on, because I am going to be posting a video about Penelope very soon. And the last question I'm going to answer for today is there any animal you regret getting? I don't regret getting any animals. Like, I don't really have any regrets at all. But if I had to choose an animal that I regret getting, it would probably be the goats. And I only say that, like, if I had to choose any animal, it would be the goats, because they don't really like do too much like for us. They're very low maintenance. So it's not a regret, it's just I could live without them, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to make that sound right, but that would be my answer if I had to choose which one that I could live without. I don't regret though, because on the other side of it, we literally don't need to feed them grain or hay hardly. So it's not even like a regret, because they just are in the pasture. Their footprint on the pasture is like hardly even there. They can't eat as much grass as is being made over there. So that's good. They actually keep it nice and trimmed. So I don't mind having them at all. But if I was to answer that question to choose, it'd probably be the goats. All right, you guys, well, that is it for today's Q&A. I hope you guys are able to get caught up with me just a little bit. If you guys have more questions, let me know in the comments down below and I will answer them down there. All right, you guys, well, we love you and I'll see you in the next one.